Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Another episode of a Monday commentary series. This is Spider-Man the movie 2002. Feel free to follow along your Disney Plus catalogs or listen to this as a podcast. Get your timestamp to 0 and press play now. So these opening credits remind me of the original Chris Reeve Superman film. And just because they take forever to get through. The score was always really good for even back then. And the first Chris Reeve Superman film was probably my favorite now as well. So I'll probably do something with that as well. I remember when this first Spider-Man was released in theaters, hearing this score on the silver screen, surround sound, is a big ass theater. I think I went to see it in AMC theaters down in New Brunswick. I remember when I was a kid, this was coming out. I think I was on vacation in Jamaica with the family. And this film had just come out. So this is the first Spider-Man film on the big screen ever. I was like, what, 12, 13. First Spider-Man film. I lost my freaking mind. The only thing I didn't like about the credits that they gave away in the film was that the album. Didn't like that. But like the cast, the score, the story, all top notch. I don't think it's been as good since this. Because there's a lot of problems with Spider-Man 2 that I have. Mostly with Mary Jane. Who's not even really Mary Jane when we're thinking about it. I get what they were going for, like, yeah, right there. That shot of the Goblin mask kind of ruined it for me. Like, what? Give away the freaking villain. The number before the 9/11 accident or incident, the villain was going to be the Vulture. And there was this trailer that featured this helicopter flying between two buildings, and there was a big ass web in between. And that was the first trailer for a Spider-Man film. It got taken down, but that was the first exposure to the first Spider-Man film. These credits are like 5 minutes long. It sounds better with the score, but like for the sake of this, can't really. Can't really show that. But yeah, it's very inspired by the original Superman credits in the 70s. I think I could have done without the voiceover stuff. Am I sure you want to know? I guess I get what I did. I guess it's kind of like the thought bubbles in the comics. And here we go, the most annoying character in the entire series. Not Mary Jane Watson, who plays Leapfrog with Dudes. Like, to me, it just felt a little too Clark Kentish in this. Like, Peter is like a kind of like an outsider, but he's not a complete bloke, you know. Like, a smart guy, maybe can't get a date in the original comics. Sure. He's not a complete loser. But these movies, they just write him to be a complete freaking loser. He can't catch a break. He can't keep a freaking job. And it makes you so depressed. It makes you so depressed. Just, oh yeah, don't wave. Don't wave at her. Don't do it. And he did. Tried to tell him. I felt like this film nailed. I feel like they nailed the relationship between Norman and Harry in these movies. Complicated, but not too complicated, I guess. And he's already impressed with Peter the moment he meets him. He just said the line, something of a scientist himself. I feel like you going back to the whole, like in Amazing, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna tell you the untold story of what happened to his parents. Like, who cares? They were never around. They were like SEAL agents or something, and they got killed. Aunt May and Uncle Ben ran them. That's it always comes back down to that anyway. I'm like, well, I don't get it. Why isn't the world is she looking at Peter when she's in the Flash? And they're all way too old to be in high school anyway. Like the guy that plays Flash Thompson, he doesn't look anywhere near high school. He looks like a freaking like you should be doing construction or something. Like, why is they're way too old to be in high school, especially him. He's supposed to be a senior. Who's father? Father. That ain't gonna do sue me. Honestly, probably. This goes back to my thing. I'm like, if he doesn't have his powers yet, but like, there's no way I put up with Flash Thompson's BS. There's no way. Now, what he says about Spider changing colors, I know Miles didn't exist back then, but I feel like that was kind of a nod to that, which is pretty cool. I wonder if Brian Michael Bendis was watching this and thought, hey, maybe I should come up with my own Spider-Man character who can go invisible and has like electric zappy powers. Man, it's just like, no, he's hitting on her. Peter's watching him hit on her. There's Randy Robinson behind him. Kind of shocked that his line actually worked. I mean, Guns looks good in Mary Jane. Her character is just terrible. She just gets worse in every movie. Treats Peter like shit, especially in the second one. And she complains that he doesn't want to be with. I'm like, well, whose fault is that? So talk about it. Hey, Peter, she's alone now. machine. This is pretty like kind of a creative thing for him to do. Like, I need a picture like use doctor and all that stuff. So this seems like very leapfroggy, like she's ready to jump on him, just for getting her attention. I always wondered how that spider got out of that cage. It's funny. I can hear the sound effects in my head. That's how many times I've seen this. Parker, dude. No, it's a teacher. Sometimes say it's a teacher. The funniest teacher, man. We're talking about the time presentation. We'll talk about this. I don't really agree with people who say that the Goblin suit looks like a Power Ranger suit. I'm like, yeah, not really. I think could use a little more purple in there. They took the whole green Goblin a little too literally. So definitely have some more purple up in there, for sure. That's just that's I always wondered, like, with crazy people like Norman Osborn, like, how in the world does he turn off the crazy when he's around other people? Because he already seems like he's a little nuts in this scene here. Back the fuck. But even in the '90s series, I think it was the Kingpin that had this rivalry with Norman Osborn, and he wanted Osborn to give him that Goblin castle, whatever it was called, and he tested it on himself, man, with explosion, all turned to the Goblin and all that stuff. Now, the casting for Ben Barker and May is spot on in these films. Spot on. Just like they walk right out of the comics. I still think they're way too old to be his aunt and uncle, but I never understood that idea of Aunt May being look like she's like 100 years old. It's just one of those things. I guess I never really understood. So I'm like, want to have a bite? No, thanks. Had a bite. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Everything's great here. How are you? Kind of like the contrast with Peter and the spider bite and all that, and then going right into Osborn turning to the Goblin, like they're being reborn at the same time. Kind of like that. So one is going to be crazy and the other isn't going to be crazy. I felt kind of bad for Dr. Strong. He gets chucked across the lap. Cool. But even as a kid, I'm like, I felt like this was like a nice little Easter egg to eventually when Harry becomes a goblin. So like, did he like carry this chamber to his house or something? Because in the second film, you see the goblin lair, and he got all this tech he must have taken from Oscorp. So I don't know. Maybe he built it when he was crazy or something. Because I'm like in these comic book films and shows, people always experiment on themselves instead of using like a guinea pig or a mouse. I gotta wonder like what makes them do that. Think it's gonna not go wrong. Like right, yeah. Hey, maybe we should get security in case he's crazy. Like these are the only two dudes in the building at this point. They didn't think to say, hey, maybe we should get some security to taser him in case he turns into a nut job. Yeah. Now, a goblin in the Spider Man game from back in the day, scary. He was like 10 times scarier in the game than in this. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the design or something. Now, this is a funny trick. Like they just zoomed in the camera. It looked like it was blurry. I took a film class in high school, so I know about that stuff. Now, this shot right here is pretty funny because I wonder myself how I just got all this freaking muscle all of a sudden. Uh, I'm fine. I think he actually looked down there. My man. Well, this is the no, right here because he's next door neighbors with Mary Jane. So in the comics, he's always swinging back and forth on May's house. And in this one issue, Mary Jane reveals that she knows he's Spider-Man. She's known for years because they've been neighbors for years. Somebody would have seen him swinging back and forth. Always gonna be trash. It's like, oh, well, the way she's written is trash, that's for sure. This guy's worse than every film. But I only get to three. Yeah. She gets mad for Pierre being Spider-Man doing his thing. He told her that's why they can't be together. Yeah, you can't be with me. You'll be with that nice guy. You're totally cheating on him because you're always going to be in danger whenever you're around. No, Peter, I want to be with you. I want to take the risk with you, Peter. But then he can't handle it. So you just gotta bail on her to save, save people. That's what girls do. Last night it was crazy. I think it was a deleted scene where No Master goes back to Oscorp. Yeah, like watching her walk in slow motion. Maybe the only thing I like about the character. I didn't really like the organic webs in at least for me, it like takes away. I always feel like it takes away from some Peter being smart and all that. Like, comes with freaking bodies, disgusting. It's not an actual freaking spider; it's a freaking human. Everyone sees this. It's locker knocker time. Uh, at first, no one fights like this. Stu is not a boxer. Hmm. Well, it just reminded me of a incident I had back in middle school. And I finally snapped and beat up this bully that was annoying me for like a year and a half. I didn't do nothing like this, but I was going to stand up for myself. Oh yeah, yeah, home run. You tell me no one else thought that was cool. You tell me it's like you tell me that no one else was happy as possible. Got that got his ass beat. Come on, man. I was like the one was like, yeah, that was cool, dude. Yeah, right out of the comics. Scaling the wall right out of the comics. So cool. You can almost see the harness that's on the back of him. I still don't know how they did this. Obviously, it's CGI, but it's not double activated. No way. Sam, go, go up, though. I know it's something else in the theater. And they cut it out. It's how it's whole. Man, what was he doing all that time at night? Yeah, her parents are crazy. Pretty sure the whole neighborhood heard you, Mary Jane. See, I wouldn't really care if Watch is okay or not, considering how he's so much of an a-hole. Like he's finally talking to her. That's the funniest part, and two, is when she calls her best friend. They ain't do nothing in this movie that made me believe that they're best friends. Since when? Apparently, they knew each other since they were six, and they were ignoring all this time. They have like no chemistry, like none. Now, wait for a second, she's directed them. I can see why he would be, but at the same time, it's like, what exactly does he like her? So they spend the entire second movie pining at her entitled ass. And she's just leapfrogging from dude to dude. So it's idiot for last time, and then she uses Harry as a runner up for the rebound while Peter's watching from the sidelines. It is one of my favorite parts. Designing his costume. Yeah, in red and black. I feel like that's more of a nod to Miles. It's pretty cool. It didn't exist back then, but it's still kind of cool to see. I think it's kind of sad. He just did this just to impress this chick who thinks he's invisible. The same problem with the Chris Reeves era Superman films. Dude was power protected, thought he was invisible. Like, what are you doing, man? You're acting so strangely, Peter. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. Goodbye. And I thought Willem Dafoe portrayed this character brilliantly. It's a shame he was killed off in this because I think it would have been cool to have him as a villain for the entire trilogy. Might have been repetitive, but I just think it's always a shame when you have these amazing villains and they just get killed off because the writer had no idea what to do. I mean, technically, in the Chris Reeves era, you could have thrown Zod in jail after he got school age powers. Because, like, in this, the New York you see in this movie will never exist again. This is a completely different world now. I don't know if that library exists anymore. I mean, he kind of caused the fight to happen. No, exactly. Damn right, man. And like the look on his face is like you could tell he regretted saying it the more he said it. Forget what not wanting to be like true. This is my favorite part of the movie. Bone saw ready. This is back when I thought wrestling was real. No better now. Oh no. Next, back up. Yeah. Are you ready? 1,000. I know. The Flying Dutchman. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I feel like we division a small fry. Next. Probably will. Down all to the right. You gotta be with you. You know, every time you got a black person, well, you're usually right. Expect up. Are you ready for more? Oh, so. Mhm. Three. Yeah. Sure. Hey, you spotted me. Get out there, moron. Freak show. This guy in the stretcher is the one that gives Peter a suit and the brown bag in the book. I still kind of understand that for a cage match. Hey, I'm not the thing. Take the chain off. Well, guys, keyboard. Hey, I'm not the thing. Take the chain off. No, go, no, 3 minutes. Now in the comic, this is over in like 30 seconds. Staying away from you. Huh. That joke would be hilarious today. Spider sense? Oh my God, man. I guess they wanted to show it kind of being even matched when it really isn't. But that's it. Why not? Don't get no champion. Spider. $100. Couldn't have been two. She gave him double. This might be controversial. I don't think Peter did anything wrong. I don't think he did anything wrong letting that guy go. The asshole got robbed, got what he deserved. This is part of the tragedy, I guess, because Uncle Ben paid the price, but I still don't think he did anything wrong. Mr. Parker's my problem, but it is your problem, Peter. Because I remember the very first issue, there's no actual supervillains in the comic. It's just Peter walking off into the night with the silver spider behind him. Seeing Uncle Ben die in this one, I did not need it in the Amazing Universe. Peter should have definitely been Spider-Man already when that started. I know there's a comic in the Amazing Spider-Man that still Peter's already Spider-Man. So I don't know why they didn't just do that to make it different from this. Toby and Andrew are already both too old to be in high school, so it's even more sad. Uncle Robin passed away some time ago. I can not see why I didn't put Uncle Ben in the MCU. I don't think you're going to get better casting than Cliff Robertson as the character. I always like this scene. It seems like it's so confident that he shoots out his first whip, and it's like, oh shit. You can tell what he's thinking. That's kind of what I like about this version of the character. Again, seeing this on a silver screen during a re-release, it's like going back in time to my childhood. Awesome. Yes, I think this is better than the second one. I know a lot of people think two is the best. I think this is the best one. I'm sorry, though, but losing his powers because he wants to get laid is stupid. It's stupid. Like I know in the comic, Peter definitely saw vengeance, but he never should let the guy fall to his death. Should have left him hanging in the web or something. I think it took us a little too far. I mean, the guy tripped, sure, but he should have caught him. He's fast enough to catch him. We'll go to Batman 9-ish. Like, he shouldn't let him fall to his death. He should have caught him and left him for the cops. That is way too dark for Spider-Man. I guess they wanted to show it as a like development for the character, maybe, but I don't know. I think it's a little too dark for this character. Actually, watch a man fall to his death without doing anything. The hell is that? Ah. This transition is pretty funny. It's pretty cool. Blowing up, then you go right to the graduation ceremony. I never understood, like, how do these crazy people turn off the crazy for stuff like this? Well, yeah, it's like an Ultimate Spider-Man. I get why I'm being jealous. Personally, I wouldn't really care that much. But it's gotta wonder what made her just break up with Flash just like that. My favorite parts of the film is coming up when he finally gets the classic suit. Like, I don't think the series got better after this. Sure. But again, Hero losing his powers because he wants to get some ass is stupid. I don't care what anyone says. It's stupid. Get the Superman 2 treatment, like Ghost Mommy. I love this woman who thinks I'm invisible. I'm gonna give up all my Kryptonian abilities that makes me the person I am to be with this mortal chick. Yeah, that makes sense. Rosemary Harris, I think she's still with us. She's like the best casting for anime. I think she looks like she walked around the comics. I guess you could look at it as like his thirst for vengeance turns him into a better person after he realizes he shouldn't do that anymore. But like it's kind of Batman-y. No, Batman wasn't like the character he is today with all these moral codes point back in the day. Batman was a blue lights character. I don't need that from Spider-Man, you know? I just don't. No, this is my favorite one. After all these years, it's still the best. He's a man. It could be a woman. This probably could be true today. Rules come out. There's some kind of freak of like things. Don't like it. I think we're the guys screams. Lucy Lawless. It's like, we should all just give him one big hug. And look out. Ooh, kill the Spider Man. Now, this is the best casting in the entire film. J.K. Simmons as Pickle Puss. Spot on. Right out of the freaking comics. Unbelievable. They're about to. We have paid one prop. Shut up. So your wife's in line. She says it off the checkbook. Please be good news. Everyone's cheaper. Now they mentioned Eddie Brock here. In the book, he shows up and he storms out of Jameson's office when Peter is there looking for a job. Instead of just randomly showing up in 3. Would have been nice. I always wanted to go to Moon Dance, the diner, but close it down. Damn. Would have been so cool to actually eat there. I'm like, hey, this was in the first Spider-Man movie. Once again, they have no chemistry. I don't buy for a second that she's attracted to him at all. Just another rebound. They were Jabba the Hutt. Excuse me, it was Watson talking to you. Roll your eyes at me. You must have sniffed her out or something. What's Harry? Of course he told him. Why wouldn't he tell him? They're best friends, right? The fact that she thinks that just shows she doesn't really care that much about Harry. She assumes that he would think that's like bad to have actual income. And the guy's rich. Why should she even need to work? And Downey's like, hey, Mary Jane, you better go find yourself a job. You're gonna inherit a freaking fortune from Norman. I guess that goes to the strong independent crap that goes on today. I don't need no man. The hair is a little bit of a puss in this one. Finally grows the hair in part 2. Got their Connors. Nice. I kind of think that Sam Raimi should have been the one to do the Lizard storyline because he likes to do that horror stuff. He loves that horror stuff, and I think he would have been a perfect match for that character to make him actually scary because it's amazing. He just kind of jump. What other skills do you have? Yeah, bug. Thinking about something. Bug. Thinking of something. Photography. Woo! Cheese. The crap. 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 Maybe crap. Yeah, take them to the dating club. No jobs. Freelance. Best thing in the world for a kid. And there's a deleted scene in Spider-Man 2 where Puss puts on the Spider-Man suit in his office. Should have kept that in the movie. That shit was hilarious. Betty Brant is so fine. I would have forgot all about Mary Jane if I saw her. Like, damn, dude. You have so much ass out there. Why are you worried about Mary Jane's talent ass? Seriously. It's New York City. Gosh. It's like a freaking swimming pool for ass. I'm worried about Mary Jane's dumb ass. Jesus. Because they should have given him a love interest in the meantime of Mary Jane doing her own thing. Nobody just looks desperate. There comes the crazy. He had it under control until now. And they really sold him out. And there it comes. They're out. No, there's the goblin right there. And Peter got some good eyesight up in here. Strike one, assaulting her dress. Oh, no, 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 no. Wrong time for that. I'm not sure your father's coming today. Oh, he'll be there. Sure, never forget. Is it really? The house tour. That's all glider. Is it really though? This would have been a great reveal if they hadn't spoiled the design for his mask in the damn credits. First, I thought it was going to be the Hobgoblin because the '90s cartoon they made the Hobgoblin the first Goblin character in the series, which is wrong. Stan Lee, I mean, he could have just ran over there and grabbed him. It's like Secret Day. Out. Yeah, that was Laura's Ziskin's daughter instead of Spider Man. Come on, move, kid. I guess the kid is so paralyzed in fear he can't move his legs. Impressive. This is where like MCU nailed Spider Man. Did the exact opposite of this with you caught Winter Soldier's fist. It's like, you got a metal arm? That's awesome, dude. You got the right to remain silent. See, this guy just loses every time. Another J, I'm going to completely forget about the crazy guy flying around in the glider. This should have been his main concern. I guess you could say Goblin is a little corny, a little cartoony. If you just say this is set in the '60s, then I guess that works. They go swinging from the cloud, just like in the games back in the day. You remember in the first Spider-Man game, where Maguire voiced the character, which is pretty cool. You couldn't even go to the street back then, not until the second one. Movies taking the subway. It's funny because they do that in The last one with Holland. That's not. I'm saying Friendly Over Spider-Man makes sense in this. Like I said, if it was a 60s period piece, this would be fine. I don't think it would really work in the Garfield era or Holland era. Harry's reaction to this is pretty funny. What do you mean it's incredible? It's like dudes today with them body counts or whatever. Like, what do you mean she's been with 3 dudes? Worried about the wrong thing, dude. Never made a move, Peter. So I swooped in. We didn't break the bro code. Technically, she was so available, so she was up for grabs, I guess. But, I think, and I've always been thinking this, like, Peter should have done some research on the goblin, like, I don't know, accident in Oscorp. Like, there's got to be something happening, something about it in the paper. Something like that would never go unnoticed. He should have figured out Osborn was the goblin, or Osborn figured out his secret. Because then he's like, what is this dude, like sitting around all this time, waiting for the goblin to show up again? Like, do some research. No computers existed back in 2002, so. Here. This scene is so brilliant. I'll forgive. No. Just really good acting. Weak. Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. Roughly. The Green Goblin. A quarter of the time somebody said, how about green meat? It is not. Slender Smoke. Jameson, you slime. Interesting how Jameson's protecting Peter. Interesting. Sit him down, start good. Stay good. But Get Hey, get up. Mom and Dad, talk for a minute, will you? I don't know how I was able to knock him out. He's wearing a full face mask. You and I, you remember, well, technically, Peter's a murderer too because he let that guy fall to his death. So I guess they are the same. He's Cloud City Vader him. Join me, and I'll complete your training. Child, it is a sounds about again and again and again. Think about it. Is that what you want? Think about it. It was like in Spider-Man 2, Pickup was like, oh, I turned the whole city against Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, did he just save the city in like the last film? There's something in television don't really add up. This part where she said a soap opera says she needs acting lessons is pretty funny. Because it's true. She needs acting lessons and the writers need writing lessons. Come with us, Peter. I'm the rubber in your face to work together. I'm like, it sounds genuine, but she just wants the rubber in his face. Because he knows he's interested. It's like in 2, how she's walking down the staircase with the astronaut guy, looks directly at him because she knows he's there. And then completely disrespects him like 5 minutes later by having the guy announce their engagement to the entire building. Because she's that child of a person. I know in the book when Peter was changed into a suit, his mask got stuck. So that's why he wasn't wearing. Although in the movies, you probably say just wanted screen time. I mean, he's moving faster, but she wouldn't be able to see him anyway. So You know, do what you're getting back up, by the way. Just saying. Stalker? Yeah, I don't think so. Man, you probably had to like sit down for a minute after this. What kind of irresponsible parent leaves a child to a burning building? Yeah, the same happens in two. But Peter rushes in there with no hesitation to save the kid. But when he sees someone being bullied in an alleyway, he just walks away. Huh. Completely out of character. We'll get into that when I get to two. That was horrible writing. Everything they're going to take him in. Not coming back, Chief. No, like, I always got spider sense, but common sense to be like, nobody has a head shaped like that. So, red flag should be going off right about now. I know Daredevil copied this scene in 2003 when that came out. Wrong answer. Oh, great. This is like top notch fight sequence back in the day. Everybody's so choreographed now. All like just simple fisticuffs back then. No one said no to me. Work was murder. I like this moment because it shows Norman just happy for Harry just being a father and all that. It's nice to see because you don't really get that many moments like that in this film. Nobody ever looks up. There's nobody here. You sure it may? Look up. He changed fast. Betrayal. A little bit of a creep there, Andre Osborne. Jeez. When I was that man, wouldn't invite his ass over anymore. Like messenger. Yeah. Everybody else believes him. Why don't you believe him, Norman? Harris starts to go a little crazy in this scene. Words are not so wise about your own girlfriend. Do what you need to within Brummer. Oh my stars. I don't think anyone could be able to get away with saying that today. Those horrid pill idiots. I start crying. Hmm. So hard to finally go up there. I can't. first we attack it. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it. I'm saying, like, if he just did some research on like an accident in Oscorp, and then the sudden appearance of this goblin guy, should have figured out who it was long before I was going to figure out his identity. At least they appear to be so stupid in these adaptations. He knows who you are, so you should definitely go looking for him. This hospital scene is so damn long. It's like Pierre just reads her this stupid poem. He's like, oh my god, Pierre, I think I love you. But then in the second one, they're best friends all of a sudden. I can see them kind of being friends, but like best friends, like nah. Mentioned you. Yes, man. What did you say? Tell us. Tell us what you said. Oh my god, man. It's like a little milk to a puddle. Put it like down on your knees. All of a sudden, Peter got out this game. And here comes Harry. Feel like, oh my god, it worked. Oh shit. Betrayal. You can almost see why Beast slapped Peter in Spider-Man 2. So you're still in jail. Like, did he? No, he was wasted, but I'm like, fuck. How's he feeling about it? I know this part was kind of sad because you don't get that many moments with Harry and Norman. This is part of the tragedy. This is the last time we see them. I'm like seeing this on the big screen, like I said before, like going back in time. Awesome. Like, would it be dangerous? Let her know. Yes, yes, it would be. It's so mysterious, Peter Parker. Yeah, well, now the scene coming up is taken from the Ultimate Comics because there's no Gwen Stacy in this. I think she's in three. No idea why, but the government is supposed to kill Gwen, not Mary Jane. In Ultimate Comics, she does capture Mary Jane and throws her off a bridge. Peter catches her and all that. I'm kind of shocked that he did have Mary Jane alone just because Sam Raimi is such a 60s fan. Because Peter and Mary Jane get together for a number of years in the original comics. And she is this main girl. He had other like crushes and interests before Mary Jane. That's what I'm saying. It's like the choice Goblin makes him choose between the kids and Mary Jane. Like reminds me of Batman Forever. You got to choose between Robin and smoking hot Nicole Kidman. Sorry, Robin, I would have saved Nicole Kidman. And that's talking about the city turning against them. Like, I don't see any cops up in here. Man, I mean, no offense to like Mary Jane, but I'd probably go save the kids. Honestly, I know why I say both, but like, of course, it's an impossible decision, but like, still, both sets of lives matter. I'm just saying. Like, if she was Gwen, she'd be gone anyway. So, I'm just have to do the kids in there for extra drama. Yeah, she would have went flying off of that thing when it got punched. I'm like, please. And the way she's holding on. She would have went splat. And I like this part. I played New Yorkers would actually be this tough, but you'd probably kill all of them. Nice little touch though. This part's taken from the comics. This shot right here. There was an issue where Goblin has Peter Spider-Man tied up when he's flying on the glider and all that. So I like that knot. I wonder if Sam ever read those comics. I know he's a '60s guy, so Peter gets his ass beat by Goblin on this. And every time Mary Jane gets threatened, you remember she has powers. Power bonus. I guess you could say he's tired from like holding up a trawler with one hand and all that. Fine. As soon as he mentions Mary Jane, this guy just loses his crap. All of a sudden, he's not tired no more because the power bonus is strong. Happens in all three movies. He doesn't start to fight Venom until after Harry dies, which is kind of sad. What would have happened if he hadn't mentioned Mary Jane? That is going to beat the shit out of him. The power of owners. I mean, like, if he hadn't, like, shouted out the name Peter, I think Peter would have killed him. Which is the sad part. Like, yeah, he let that dude fall to his death in the beginning of the film. So when God says, like, he's so different, he's not wrong because they kind of are the same. Peter chooses to do good to make up for it, I guess. But he wasn't pulling no punches out right there. Peter's looking like, dude, are you crazy? Oh. No, this is a little hardcore in the movie theater. It's like, damn, dude, pretty rough. I think in the comics he survived that. I think maybe it was the serum. The comic Harry also finds him. And this he doesn't find out he's the Goblin until the end of the second one, which is cool. Then when we get to three, it's just kind of ruined the whole thing. I mean, his reaction to Spider-Man putting his father's body down is entirely crazy, but I would have asked a little more questions. I guess, yeah, assumptions, but like still, his reaction isn't entirely unwarranted. When Mary Jane makes out with Peter in this, and she just proves no one right. I got excited when I realized they were going to do Harry's Arcos the Goblin. We didn't need to become the next Goblin in this series. Could just been a guy who hates Spider-Man. I'm kind of glad they did it, but at the same time, they kind of ruined it. I'm telling them to get to three because there's too many villains. It's not like they had a Sinister Six or anything, but like, Venom could take Spider-Man down by himself. Harry could do it by himself. Sand Guy didn't need to be there at all. They kind of applaud Peter for walking away from this chick. He did it with such confidence, and the second one is kind of a bitch for most of the movie. Like, if only she knew how I felt. She kind of showed how she felt. And this is part of the Lois Clark thing from the '70s that I had a problem with. Like he gives up all his powers for some chick. That one he probably barely knows, and two, always thought he was invisible anyway. So we can't be together, Mary Jane, because I'm Spider Man. And if you told her that, she wouldn't even. I just don't get how we go from this romantic ass thing to, but my best friend can't be 8 o'clock curtain. Best friend. She friend zoned his ass. I ain't never been in the friend zone, so I don't know what that's like. But I hear it's bad. Look on his face when she says it. I love you, Peter Buck. I go, run, Peter, run. I bet Harry's watching this too. He knew. So well, she's just rebounding like now. He makes a smart decision here, I think. Do you think? I wonder if she uses line anybody else because it seems like she's that type of chick. When she gets all mad and like that. Well, I mean, she dates that Ashton guy to rub it in his face. So, yeah, I applaud her for walking away. I would have done the same thing. Like, yeah, bye. And this one has the best soundtrack in the entire trilogy as well. Chad Kroeger, Josie Scott. It's my jam. So I can't wait to do the second one. That's going to be hilarious.